Welcome to your 20-minute podcast with David Brower, where we do our best to give you useful information in 20 minutes or less. Now, here's your host, 5-time Voice Arts Awards nominee, David Brower.
Thanks, Alan. This is David Brower with your 20-minute podcast. Our special guest today from Galveston, Texas, is Antonio T. Smith, Jr., a self-made millionaire who started off as a 6-year-old homeless kid living in a dumpster, and is now a celebrity business advisor who is running several multi-million-dollar businesses and has been featured on other podcasts such as the Best Business Podcast with Steve Olsher and the Recipe Podcast with Chef Charles Carroll. He's got clients such as Les Brown, Kenny Thomas, several others, and he's been featured on the Daily Goalcast. And if you have 3 minutes, and I encourage you to take 3 minutes to watch his story on the Daily Goalcast, it's a wonderful snapshot of your life. How are you, Mr. Smith? It's good to hear you this morning.
I sure appreciate you, man. I was looking around for some other people behind me. That's great.
And I only read half of it, man.
I sure appreciate you, definitely.
Well,
Dave, I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's go back to the beginning. One of the things I absolutely thoroughly loved about the 3-minute conversation or presentation at your church and the Daily Goalcast was talking about the importance of listening and mentors. So give us a little bit of that story.
Absolutely. First off, listening is one of the most fundamental powers that you can ever access in the universe. It just is. That story came in, I was a hot-headed kid because I grew up 6 to 14 homeless, got adopted at 14, but you couldn't tell me anything. For one, I was a teenager. For two, I was a bad teenager.
Sure.
And from that, I wouldn't listen. And Albert Einstein hates the best. A man can't solve a problem with the same consciousness that creates it.
Oh, wow.
So when you listen to people outside of your consciousness is when you start tapping into prosperity. And that Goalcast video was me talking to a bunch of college students in their commencement graduation. And I was telling them that you get ready to go out. Listen, because I'm not a millionaire because I'm great or I was born on the right side of the tracks.
Yeah.
I got here because I listened.
That is I got goosebumps watching that, and I got goosebumps again just having you share that story because listening is just, I mean, you know better than most, but listening it's just invaluable. It's just invaluable. And when you listen and surround yourself with the right people, and you had a wonderful mentor in one of your teachers, let's talk about him.
He's still my hero to this day. Actually,
Nice.
I was just with him a few months ago, and we were eating at some mom and pop restaurant. Michael Merritt is his name. He was my speech and debate coach, and he's just a really good guy. He's been teaching at Galveston Bar High. He's getting ready to retire pretty soon. It's like 50 years he's been teaching.
Wow.
And he put me under his wing because he was an athlete, and he busted his knee and then went to speech. I busted my shoulder, and I went to speech, but I didn't go there. I didn't go there without reluctance. And he was like, "Hey, you got a really great gift for speaking." And I was like, "No, bro, don't go out of here with that, right?"
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Come on, do it." And I was like, "Come on, there's nerds over there, man. I can't go from football to nerds."
No, I'm too cool for that.
Yeah, exactly. So he, to this day, is responsible for my degrees. I didn't, when I qualified for speech and debate and I went to state in Texas, I got accepted at every college in the land, but I went to the Army instead. And after the Army, he said, "Hey, you should really go back and go to school. You got all this good stuff." And so I did. And I went and got my bachelor's, and I got my master's. So even today, I'm still listening to him, and he's still making me more profitable.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for your service, too.
I sure appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely right. If you're not listening in the service, that's a whole other conversation, right?
It sure is. So they'll make you listen one way or another.
That's exactly right. So now you have a company called the ATS Junior Companies, your initials, obviously, and your slogan is "We make profitable clients more profitable." So tell us how you opened up this level of your life when you started with the ATS companies. Where did that come from?
Absolutely, it's the most weird set of weird events possible. Weird event number one, I went to the Army, became intelligence analyst, military intelligence, and then did some counterintelligence training. some mount training, and then I got out the Army, and all I know how to do is play spades, kill people, and drink beer.
There you go.
I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to figure out what do I do with this stuff, and I don't figure it out. And then it dawned on me, hey, here I am, this 18-year-old kid doing presentations to the colonel, and I'm this young black kid. I'm doing these presentations to this, this white colonel. I'm like, hey, I could do that in the real world.
Right.
So weird event number 2. I started saying, well, maybe I can do that in the real world. Then I hooked up with Joel Osteen of Lakewood Church in 2012, and I did presentations for him, fixing some ministries, fixing some problems. And then it dawned on me, I can do exactly what I did for the Army, exactly what I did for Joel Osteen for everyone else.
Yeah.
Weird event number 3. I met Les Brown, and he has this issue and I fix. And that's what I do today. I'm the secret agent guy that sees damaging about to happen or something, and I fix it. And I give the credit to whoever the CEO is. And it makes me a lot of money because when you help people, you don't take credit.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, definitely. So that's how I got there.
Dude, I just looked up blessed in the dictionary, and there was your picture.
I know,
you know what
right?
I'm saying? I mean, those
Exactly.
aren't coincidences, brother. Those are, wow. You've been, after
absolutely.
a tough young life, you've been blessed with an amazing adult life, starting with your mentor. And what a concept, giving credit to the CEO. That's just brilliant. You don't hear of people doing that.
Yeah, and it's actually my lifeline into what I do, because my longevity lasts longer.
Sure.
It's you never want to outshine the master. Robert Greene, properly states that in one of the Walls of Power #1. And I just simply make sure other people get credit, the credit they deserve, and sometimes it's credit they don't deserve, but they still get it.
Right.
And what they do behind the scenes, they say, hey, Dave, you got to meet Antonio. I go, really? And yeah, that recommendation there makes me more money, keeps me more profitable, and it's just a secret society of helping people.
Well, I mean, referrals, I don't care if you're selling newspapers, referrals are the name of the game. And if you have authenticity, integrity, and referrals, I mean, what else do you need, brother? I mean,
Yeah,
you got God,
like
you got God sitting on your shoulder. That's the big piece, but
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just fabulous, And you go on, and you go on to bless these people and don't take credit for it. Brilliant.
Of course not. Now, the universe is set up that way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Abundance is meant to be shared. And if you think about it, you get a banana tree and you're like, I don't want Dave to have these bananas at all. All right, and I try to eat them all. Then I deny of banana toxicity.
Right.
I die of it, right? Because I try to eat all the bananas. Or I can't eat them all, so I hoard them and I save them. Well, you know what? They rot on me because abundance isn't meant to be saved, nor is abundance meant to be totally consumed. The only way to keep that banana tree keep going is I got to give those bananas away.
Love it.
And
what a great analogy.
When people realize that, you constantly get more things back.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I was looking on Amazon because you have so many books out there, and one is So Happy and Grateful, The Universal Laws of Happiness to You, which sounds incredible. Tell me about that.
That's the one that just came out February 5th. Les Brown, the great Les Brown, wrote the foreword, and it's tearing up the charts. And I'm so shocked. Let me tell you why I'm so shocked. Because I became bestseller 4 other times, but I was in some rinky-dinky categories.
Okay, sure.
It was like self-help refrigerator and then self-help microwave, right? And as long as you sell 20 books real quick,
you're a bestseller. Yeah.
Exactly. You're not the main category, but the subcategory. This one, the publisher only put me in the same category with Think and Grow Rich. So I'm going up against self-help motivation. So I'm just sitting here with the giants that came before me. And right now, I just checked before I got on here, it's ranked 3,000 in all of self-help and motivation.
Oh, my God.
And something like 120,000 in all of Amazon Print's book. But yesterday, it was up to 26,000 total. It's just amazing that this little guy from Galveston, Texas, is competing selling hundreds and thousands of books. It makes no sense, man. That's that God sitting on my shoulder, right?
True story. On Amazon, part of the story here, let me read this. It says, Antonio T. Smith Jr. has been passionate about personal development for over 30 years. Now, for the first time, he shares everything he has learned about happiness so that you have the best chance of becoming the highest expression of yourself in a way only he can communicate. And that's, you teach the laws of integrity, the laws of emotion, the laws of happiness, the laws of substitution, expression, reversibility, visualization, on and on and on, deliberate creation. And it says this is your first book in the So Happy series. So that's
Yes.
wow. That's not just a laundry list. That's an amazing list of how to help people grow, you know? My goodness.
Yeah, absolutely. And his crazy part is I've been over 30 years. Well, I'm just 37.
Well,
It's true,
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew
true
that.
because-
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I was homeless in that trash can, I was trying to figure out, well, how the heck can I get out this trash can?
That's
How
right.
can I get out this dumpster? And I just been, and you can hear it in me. I'm genuinely this happy all the time.
Awesome.
So if you hate Monday morning, you hate walking up on me on Monday morning.
You're not the guy at the coffee
Exactly.
shop that says, "Oh my God, it's my third Monday in a row."
No.
You're the guy that goes,
Not
"Oh
at all.
man, it's my third Monday in a row."
Absolutely.
That is so cool. And if you go to the when I say that? Yeah, ATSJunior.com. You've got a lot of blogs. You've got access to podcasts, Plant Better University, courses, all kinds of wonderful resources there for people to, just get a sense of all the things that you're about. And there's somewhere along the line, folks, you're going to hit something there and you're going to go, oh, well, I need to reach out to him, a little
And
epiphany along the
90% of
line.
it's free.
Right?
90% of it's free. Yeah. That's that banana tree analogy.
Exactly.
I became a millionaire and I give it back for free.
Absolutely.
All you got to do is follow me.
Yeah, that is so cool. That is so cool. And let me look here. There was a couple of, you are worthy. I think a lot of people don't believe that. You are worthy. You deserve to have what you want. And people just don't. I mean, some people do, no doubt about it. But there's so many people that go, oh man, I don't want to talk to him. He's a millionaire dude, and I'm just, I'm over here pumping gas. And you have to. I'm sure you help people build their confidence in a way to be able to explore areas in their life that they never even imagined.
Absolutely, I have to because you can't make money with a bad confidence. You just can't do it.
Right. Yeah.
And unfortunately, and I say it with the greatest respect possible, it's most of our parents jacked us up the most. They didn't mean to.
Right.
In my experience, they didn't mean to, but they accidentally told us money doesn't grow on trees.
Right.
And then our grandparents grew up in the Great Depression to where you had to save everything. Well, now when inflation and interest rates so low, you can't save your way to being wealthier. That's a whole different economy. Yeah,
exactly.
You can't do that either.
Yeah.
You have to put in investment vehicles. If you understand that your confidence or your low self-esteem is a vibration, and if you truly believe that like attracts like, or the law of vibration, whatever you want to call it, or the law of attraction, most commonly called, your low self-esteem is vibrating at a frequency. You're a big frequency, and you're saying, world, do me a favor and reinforce the negative way I feel about myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I deal with that and I would say about 96% of the people in this world are suffering with some form of a bad frequency.
Yeah. That makes all the sense in the world to me, because you can have good days, you can have bad days, and you want to have great days. And that's where you help people understand that it's possible to have great days. Don't sell yourself short,
That's right. That's right. You should wake up every day like it's your birthday.
Yeah.
When it's our birthday, we don't say someone's going to make me mad today. No. We wake up, we expect money, we expect gifts, and this is going to be a great day. And if you're something like the women in my family, your birthday lasts a whole month.
Oh, mine does. Mine does. Yeah. My wife's only lasts 3 days. Mine lasts a whole month. I'm all in. I'm all in on that deal. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. And you have a great month. And imagine if we could do that every month.
Right.
It'd be incredible.
One of the things I learned a long time ago, accidentally, I think, was once upon a time, I surrounded myself with 5 people who I loved, respected, trusted, honored, cherished, all those things. And all of a sudden, after a while, I felt like I started to become pieces of those people, right? And I started discovering myself, liking myself, loving myself, which I never knew how to do that. And then when I met my to-be wife, and I told her this, I said, you've met my 5 closest friends, yeah. Well, if you take the best thing out of every one of those 5 people, that's what I see in you. And it was like, oh my God, it was.
Yeah.
So I'm a big believer of surrounding yourself with people that can make you better, be it financially, spiritual, emotionally, conversationally, confidence, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. In fact, you can look at that practically. If you're a smoker and you smoke cigarettes, but you get in a non-smoker's car, you immediately change to that non-smoker.
Oh yeah.
You just in proximity, association with this non-smoker, you stop smoking, even if it's just for a moment.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be rude. Well, that's the same thing you're talking about. You were around these people. You became the best parts of these people.
Yep.
And then, of course, like attracts like, you literally, in your case, your better half.
Right.
Right?
Literally,
yeah, exactly. And just association really does make a big difference.
Couldn't agree more. Wow. So you've got a lot of books on Amazon. And, of course, like you said, this is your most recent one, So Happy and Grateful, a legitimate bestseller as opposed to some of your others, right?
yeah, that's going to be the only one that's going to be legitimate, John. Let me tell you. The only one that's going to be legitimate.
Well, and just by having the words happy and grateful in the title, the universal laws of happiness, I mean, I have a grateful tattoo on my shoulder, man. It's just, gratitude is so important in life. And folks, go to Amazon.com, plug in Antonio T. Smith Jr., and you'll see all the books that we're talking about. If you go to the Daily Goalcast on Facebook, plug in his name there, and you'll see his story in 3 minutes. It'll just blow you away. And you've got websites, you've got blogs, you've got podcasts. What's the best way for people to reach out and learn more about you? Is it your initials website?
It could be the Facebook or LinkedIn, just for Antonio T. Smith Jr.
Okay.
Or the website. Yeah, either one of those will get you to me. And of course, and I apologize in advance, once you find me, I'm going to make sure you never not find me again.
Good.
So exactly.
Yeah, be careful for what you wish for, folks.
That's right. That's right. And I have a confession to make. I love to make a confession that I've never told anyone. The book, So Happy and Grateful.
Yeah.
I want to sell 1 million copies. Here's what I did.
Okay.
I'm not taking any of the profit from the book. I have 6 people who work for me. They're my inner core. And they made me famous. Wow. They made me who I am today. And they are splitting this book evenly. So every time you buy a copy of this book, you're helping Deanna. You're helping Bryant, Michelle, Shannon, Grace, and Tempest. You're not helping me. It's literally a blessing because I said I want to sell 1 million copies. So I need to give away 1 million copies first.
Right. Absolutely. Oh, that's awesome. And again, the whole, I don't want to simplify it, but it really is, I think, as simple as sharing the wealth. I mean, that was a title of a book by Alex Spanos. And it really is. You work hard, you trust, you have authenticity, you have gratitude, you build happiness, you surround yourself with great people, and you share the wealth because that's the right thing to do. And then it comes back to you, who knows how many fold, right?
Oh, multiplication. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? No one knows.
No one knows.
Yeah.
But your 6 of the inner circle, they're getting an idea.
That's right. That's right. We'll ask them in 6 months and see.
That's right.
Check it out.
That's right. Hey, folks, our special guest today, Antonio T. Smith Jr. And again, go on Facebook, LinkedIn, plug in his name, and go to the Daily Goalcast, plug in his name there, and you'll learn a lot. You'll pick up some free, like he said, 90-some% of free information that he puts out there, and just know that he won't let you go.
That's right.
right?
That's right. I give a lot away, but I'm also a great businessman. I'm not letting you go.
Good call. Good call. Hey, it's been a real pleasure, man. Continued blessings to you and much success to everybody you touch.
Thank you very much, Dave. I appreciate it.
Listen to Your 20-Minute Podcast with David Brower on the go. Downloads are available on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, any podcast app, and on our website at davidbrowervo.com/Your 20-Minute Podcast. Until next time, thank you for listening.